today's video, we're going to share with you 7 shocking bridge accidents from around the world, all caught on camera. Among these incidents is a harrowing event in India, where a substantial bridge was struck by boulders tumbling down a hill, resulting in injuries to 9 individuals. The visuals presented in this video might give you quite a fright. You'll witness the actual footage of the bridge during the incident. In another unfortunate event, a bridge in Pakistan, which held historical significance, crumbled like a piece of paper due to flooding caused by melting glaciers in the hilly regions. Additionally, a bridge in New Zealand was swept away by a massive flood. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's intriguing video. A group of individuals had gathered along the riverbank, completely unaware of the terrifying event about to unfold. Suddenly, in a matter of seconds, the under-construction bridge collapsed. This shocking incident took place in Bihar, a state in India, and was captured on video for all to see. Despite the absence of any flooding in the area, this bridge, seemingly constructed with lightweight materials, gave way, leaving onlookers in disbelief. Some people even streamed the incident live. Thankfully, government officials reported that no one suffered injuries in this incident. It's worth noting that this particular bridge was said to have a staggering estimated cost of 1,700 crore rupees. This footage was captured in the Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh, India, an area prone to frequent landslides due to its hilly terrain. A similarly harrowing incident unfolded in July 2021. In the video, you can witness a cascade of stones tumbling down the mountainside. The person behind the camera expresses shock and fear as these stones pour down like a rain of shells. The impact of a massive boulder caused the complete destruction of a bridge, which was subsequently swept away by the river. Tragically, 9 lives were lost when one of these rocks collided with a parked tourist vehicle. This distressing incident occurred in the picturesque Sangla Valley of Kinnaur district. On June 27, 2022, the İnebolu district in Kastamonu, Turkey experienced severe flooding due to heavy rainfall. The İnebolu stream, which runs through the heart of the district, overflowed its banks as a result of these intense rains. This overflow wreaked havoc, causing extensive damage to recreational areas and the bridge that connected the 2 sides of the district. Furthermore, 2 pedestrian bridges crossing the creek were washed away and submerged in the floodwaters. As a precaution, all 4 bridges spanning the creek were temporarily closed to both pedestrians and vehicles. The surge of water from the overflowing stream led to the flooding of homes and businesses located on the ground floors of buildings, compounding the crisis. In addition to the flooding, the district also suffered a power outage. The situation escalated as the Sok stream, which passes through the center of the İnebolu district in Kastamonu, began approaching overflow levels, prompting authorities to take swift action. In the early hours of the morning, local authorities issued a public announcement, urging residents residing on the ground and first floors of buildings to move to higher floors for their safety. Citizens were advised not to open their shops and to refrain from approaching the riverside during this critical time. Hassanabad, located in the northernmost region of Pakistan at an elevation of around 2,100 meters above sea level, is nestled amidst the majestic Himalayan mountains. Contrary to the stereotypical image of a bustling Middle Eastern village, Hassanabad is home to a modest population of approximately 1,500 residents. However, in May of 2022, a unique and unfortunate event unfolded as all 1,500 inhabitants were prohibited from crossing the Hassanabad Bridge. During this time, Pakistan experienced an unprecedented heat wave, which is unusual for a country that typically encounters scorching days with temperatures exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit in April. In one instance, a city in southwestern Pakistan recorded a staggering 120 degrees Fahrenheit, ranking among the highest April temperatures ever documented worldwide. While the extreme heat wave didn't reach such intensity in Hassanabad, it was still formidable enough to cause significant damage. Local authorities went to great lengths to ensure the safety of individuals near the bridge. They used whistles and loud calls to warn onlookers, as it was evidently unsafe to be in close proximity to the water's edge. Nonetheless, a brave local journalist, Ilal Hussein, stood his ground to document the unfolding catastrophe. Piece by piece, sections of the bridge crumbled, falling into the water with a resounding splash. Eventually, the entire far side of the bridge collapsed, leaving behind a disheartening scene of destruction, a mere skeleton of what the bridge once was. Further downstream, the swelling waters continued their path of havoc. Footage captured the moment when erosion on a nearby hill triggered a massive landslide. This event led to even more devastation. The question arises, what was the root cause of this violent flooding? Pakistani officials attributed the calamity to an unrelenting heat wave, which caused the Shisper Glacier to partially melt. This melting, in turn, led to a 40% increase in the glacial lake's water volume, eventually causing it to overflow. The raging torrents of water caused widespread damage, impacting numerous homes, buildings, and even 2 power plants. This alarming incident is a stark reminder of the consequences of global warming in the region. Pakistan, along with other Himalayan areas, is home to more than 3,000 glacial lakes. As temperatures continue to rise, the glaciers that feed these lakes steadily melt, creating a potentially disastrous situation as the water levels inexorably climb, endangering communities downstream. The islands of New Zealand are situated several thousand miles to the southeast of Australia. New Zealand is divided into 2 main islands, the North Island and the South Island, with the latter being the larger of the 2. While the North Island is more densely populated, the South Island boasts the stunning Southern Alps and the country's highest peak, Mount Cook, towering at over 12,000 feet. State Highway 6, often referred to as SH6, stretches from the northeastern tip of the South Island, spanning 722 miles down to the southern shores. Along its route, it encounters the Waihau River, which is fed by meltwater from the nearby glaciers. In March 2016, during a period of heavy rainfall and snowmelt, water levels in the Waihau River rose to perilous heights, and the current became exceptionally strong. This created extreme stress on many of the bridges spanning the river. Unfortunately, this stress resulted in a remarkable and dramatic bridge collapse. The entire bridge seemed to be on the brink of giving way, and a dense fog made it challenging to witness the events clearly. The close section of the bridge failed, captivating onlookers who observed the potent rapids flowing beneath the Waihau River Bridge. Before our cameraman began recording, the failed portion of the bridge inched closer to the water's surface. As it became somewhat submerged, the forceful rapids exerted pressure on the reinforced steel frame. Eventually, the entire bridge succumbed to the relentless current and drifted downstream in a chaotic tangle of debris. Mayor Bruce Smith promptly declared a state of emergency, attributing the heavy rain to a 100-year event he had never witnessed before. Simultaneously, every river in Westland felt the impact, an unprecedented occurrence. Smith hoped such an event would never recur. 18 frantic days later, thanks to the swift response of contractors and government agencies, the bridge was back in operation. The repairs were a temporary fix, allowing daytime traffic to flow while crews continued working on more robust long-term maintenance. Nanfang Ao fishing port stands as a renowned fishing harbor in Taiwan, boasting a rich history since its establishment in 1923. This port plays a pivotal role as Taiwan's primary provider of mackerel, contributing a staggering 90% of the nation's mackerel supply. Taiwan has faced its fair share of challenges in recent years, and the catastrophic bridge collapse in 2019 came as an unfortunate blow. At that time, the Nanfang Ao Bridge was the sole steel single-arch bridge in the country, its construction commencing in 1996 and concluding in 1998. Regrettably, nearly 2 decades later, corrosion, inadequate maintenance, and neglect caused the bridge to crumble, plummeting a daunting 500 feet into the waters below. Surveillance cameras captured a seemingly ordinary day at the port when unexpectedly the Nanfang Ao Bridge collapsed. The impact sent shockwaves across the harbor, even causing boats near the camera to sway. While the footage itself is quite astonishing, the bridge's collapse marked a colossal disaster. Authorities had grave concerns that 5 individuals might have been on the bridge when it gave way, making the subsequent search and rescue efforts complicated due to the murky underwater conditions. This calamity claimed the lives of 6 individuals, from those standing on the bridge to those aboard the fishing vessels below. Astonishingly, an oil truck driver who happened to be on the bridge at the time of its collapse was rescued by quick-thinking petrol station employees. They pulled him from the wreckage and ensured his safety, even though he had sustained multiple fractures, including a spinal cord injury. Thanks to emergency surgery, he made a complete recovery. The Nanfang Ao Bridge collapse stands as a monumental engineering and natural disaster, one that can hopefully serve as a valuable lesson for nations around the world.